Oh, there we go. Stream is up and running. I'm expecting people to slowly pop on in. I see one person. Hello, Jerry. How's it going? Hope everything's good with you, man. And Adam, welcome to the stream. Sandra, good to have you with us, and Sam Piper as well. So, it's raid hour, the actual final full day of the Kanto birds. So we've got these to chase, and then Tapu Koko comes into the raids 10 a.m. tomorrow. But I thought, since we've got a bit of time in between podcast editing and everything, just drop the daily adventure incense before raid hour, see if we can pull in anything at all, and then we'll crack on with a few raids, hopefully. Mike Griffin, good to see you. Rianne, Neon, Shay, welcome in, everybody. Good to have you joining us. We're doing okay, thanks, Mike. I was happily editing the podcast and sort of in the mindset that would be all we're doing today, and then suddenly you may have seen over socials, or you may have seen the video that went up on the channel recently. Niantic have sold their games division to Scopely. That deal has officially gone through, or is in the process of going through at some point this year. So then we suddenly had to make a video for it, of course. Because it's fresh news needed to be covered. Team Mystic, welcome into the stream. Telepathy, good to see you as well. And on the call for the invites tonight, I saw. Fingers crossed that Kanto bird luck can go through to you guys. And meanwhile, we're trying our hand at the Galarian bird shiny luck tonight. Quickly before raid hour. There's no point us using Roar of Time on the daily incense on this little live stream, just because once we get raiding, we won't be checking the spawns too frequently. But is anybody still chasing Kanto Shiny, Articuno, Zapdos or Moltres? Because you've got today and a little bit of tomorrow morning if you still need them, but they'll come back round in another cycle eventually, you know? Jerry, I'm going to pin your message. Hopefully it will gauge something. I think there's certainly a bit of a surprise. I mean, to be honest, once the rumours started circling, knowing Niantic and rumours, it was kind of a foregone conclusion, really, because typically anything that gets either leaked or put online or something turns out to be true, really. If you want to know a little bit more about what's been said, there are technically, I'd say, two statements. I'd argue that the article that Scopely put out on their website is kind of irrelevant. It's just a lot of stats and numbers talking about the Niantic games. We did put a video up on the channel very recently. You can go and check it out if you fancy it. I saw a lot of people already are, and there's mixed feelings. Rightly so, I'd say. It's always a bit of uncertainty when a new game developer takes over, but it's good and sort of maybe bad in a way that we see the same team who've developed Pokemon Go over the last 9 years is basically moving to Scopely. So the same team, they're just running under a different company now. And Niantic is sticking with their augmented reality and data collection and everything like that. Exotic Hunt 14, good to see you. Hope everything's good. I saw the video earlier. Oh, nice. Must have the notifications on. Shout out to the Noti squad on the channel. I'm optimistic in the sense that I really hope that the sort of range of mobile game development skills and the portfolio that Scopely could offer to the Pokemon Go team and also the other Niantic games as well. They should be able to go a bit more in depth with what they're able to do and not be so restricted. I just think that Niantic have always had the sort of augmented reality comes first and game comes second, which we always found hysterical whenever we talked about it on the podcast, because Pokemon Go is a mobile game first and foremost. It is not an augmented reality fitness app. It is a game about catching Pokemon, walking around in the real world. I'm hopeful that there'll be a bit more focus on what they can actually do with that format, but obviously only time will tell. And the key thing is, I don't think we'll actually see anything major change in the next year and a half, 2 years or so, because they've already got everything mapped out for pretty much everything, I'd say, right up until the 10-year anniversary. Once we get to 10 years, then there may be a little shuffle around, I would say, but who knows? Did we see? I didn't know JC got a shiny Hundo Miltank. Where did he pull that in from? I have to go and look at the video. I always have to get locked into a podcast edit, unfortunately. Oh, Marissa, thank you so very much indeed for the absolutely whopping donation on there. I really appreciate your generosity. Hope you're having a smashing day. It's good to have you on board as well. How have you been? And who knows, maybe it will bring through a triple shiny tonight. Fingers crossed. We're going to try and blitz this daily adventure incense as best we can. Hope you're having a great day. Well, thank you very much, Marissa. Been quite a good day. Not too bad. Podcast edit interrupted by the whole Niantic Scopely news. Quickly look over all the articles. Make a quick video, edit it, export, get it online, back to podcast editing. Now we're here, catching a Grimer off Daily Incense. Fantastic. Hoping to get shiny Smeargle tomorrow. Fingers crossed. First time it's been available in Pokemon Go in 2 years. Absolutely crazy, really. Yeah, good luck. You get a certain number of snapshots, a certain number of opportunities, so don't miss them when the event begins. Festival of Colours tomorrow, 10 a.m. your local time. Dan the Gym, good to have you with us. How have you been? Hope everyone's having a good week. It's quite a nice sunset here. I wish I could show it, but where are we going to adventure? Should we try through Walpole? Maybe. I will say, anybody who we added for the raid hours tonight, it is obviously a temporary ad. It's like ad for the raid hour, get some raids in. Once the raid stream has been concluded, you will be removed, but you're very welcome to join for the next one. Just keep your eye on the channel. We should have two weekend videos. Actually, I need to catch that. Damn Solosis. We'll have Dynamax Raikou on the Saturday, and then Catch Mastery for Archon on the Sunday. Just a little bit disappointing, but hey. Stunky. Bought the ticket for Japan and Paris Go Fest. Will be skipping New Jersey. Nice, Marissa. So I take it you'll be staying out in Japan for a little bit longer and then coming back to Paris. Wish I could make it over to Japan, just not possible, but Paris is 100% a go. I did see that. It only just kicked off earlier today, didn't it? The raid cycles again. Because I opened the game and I was like, oh, there seems to be a raid hour happening at 5 o'clock. That's interesting. Hopefully it's all A-OK and going to be clear. It looks like it will be for 6 p.m, which is nice. We should be able to smash out 5 raids in 30 minutes if we're lucky. We might be able to go quicker than that. Goddamn Lilliput. Oh my days. 12-day trip, fantastic. Enjoy that. Apart from Osaka, where are you going to be adventuring in those 12 days? Harry, very best of luck. Drop the daily incense. See how it goes, sir. My Pokemon Go buddy. Oh, he's my Hundo White Curem. I got from very much the land down under. All the way from New Zealand. That was actually the first raid of Unovator Global. Bound Sweet? Really? Oh my god. Doing Tokyo, Okinawa and Osaka. Fabulous. It's quite nice to look at, there's a lot of people over. I mean, Nick, Trading Tips, is over in Japan at the moment. Pokédex is over there as well. People making the rounds in APAC. Something tells me we're not going to get a Galarian bird today, but that's all right. That's all right. Brandon, good to see you, dude. How are you? Brandon M. Hello, welcome to the stream. 6 p.m. Birds have hatched. We'll meander our way over to one of them. It's not just Pokemon Go, Brandon M. It's their whole games development team. The whole gaming department is gone to Scopely. And that is technically 3 mobile games included in that. Campfire and Wayfarer are included in the deal, as is the whole games development team. So it's quite a lot of stuff, but it's not just 3.5 billion, because there's, I think there's 500,000 in cash somewhere from Niantic. It's all written down in the blog. We read through it on the video, but it's kind of wild. I saw some people asking, like, where's Peridot and all that sort of stuff? Well, Peridot and Ingress are more augmented reality than mobile games, so Niantic are keeping hold of those two. Small Earth, yay. Okay, it looks like we're going to start with a... Where are we going to start? Should we start Town Hall? I think double Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres. Could be worse. Boss Hog. There definitely won't be that sort of thing happening. There definitely won't be that sort of thing happening. We won't put adverts and everything.
think she's actually running this. Not
TF drops when they give us guaranteed background encounters for the raids. Anyone know? Not sure about that. Typically what happens with that sort of thing is it takes a couple of weeks for them to actually gather the information and see who was affected by what. I'm trying to think back to when it happened for GoFest Global, because a similar thing happened with the background cards for GoFest Global 24, and some people ended up with a lot of encounters. I think I ended up with, like, I don't know, an extra 16 Necrozma, 11 Circuitry, 1 or 2 Katana, and a couple of Nihilego. So give it a bit of time, but Daily Adventure Incense brought in diddly squat. So we're going to shuffle up to Town Hall now. But it may take them a bit of time just to work out who got what, who was supposed to have. I mean, there's no guarantee that... I'd like to think Niantic have the right sort of data access, but how do they really know that everybody was supposed to have a background when it wasn't? Considering it's random number generation anyway. We'll see. Down at gym, busy at work. Hopefully it's a smooth sailing day in the office. But we're going to go to this Zapdos, take it down. We'll have to make sure we ping an invite to Alex Nexton, who might be requesting the shiny Zapdos for the Kanto version. Excited for the Brookshish hunt? Yes. Tomorrow 10 AM, incense is going down. Very excited for that. And it's good that it gives you a little boost on the old incense, actually. I really like that when they do that with an event. So we'll be out, beginning of the event, out for a good couple of hours. That's for sure. Trying to chase for the new shiny fish. We were steadily approaching our first raid. Oh, we've already got sparkles. Shiny Pineco. Oh, nice. Shame it isn't the Shadow Shiny, but I'll definitely take it. That very well could be the only shiny of the entire stream, but let's see, shall we? Whew. For those of you who may not know, Pineco is a perma-boosted shiny, so 1 in 64 rate, I think, and 10/10 on the checks. Sweet as. But right now, let's jump in the Zapdos, get that going. We've got invites for people who are part of the wonderful Patreon squad and the folks who were added through the comments on the weekend video. Actually, we can go through here. There we go. Had quite a bit of interest, which is always lovely to see. Next week's raid hour, people, is Tapu Koko, which I think was only made shiny, is it last year? So still quite a new shiny legendary. It's not a terrible Pokemon. It's somewhat usable. Good shiny. All the Tapus are good shinies. And it's here for about a week. So keep your eye on the channel. What we'll do is we'll post it on the Raikou Dynamax vlog that we're going to put up on the Saturday evening. So keep your eye on the channel if you want to join for next week's raid hour. You'll have to comment on the Dynamax Raikou vlog with your in-game name and your friend code. That'll be how that gets done. But I think what is nice is seeing just a swarm of Kyurem being utilised. Not in the raids. Who's online? Let's go B-Bar, let's go Jerry, Brandon, and Lothe. I'm not sure if you guys need Zapdos or not. If you're part of the Patreon squad or if you're on my friends list and you want to spam into a particular bird raid tonight, obviously feel free to do so. Because I know not everybody is chasing, for example, Moltres. Some people might just want to go for Articuno. That's the thing with a certain legendary trio or duo being in the raids at once. It is very difficult to gauge what everybody is after. But we'll do our best. Sammy, welcome into the stream. No, we're already raiding with Patreon squad people and a couple of people we added through YouTube comments. That's how we're rocking and rolling on this channel. Keep your eye on the videos that go up on the weekend because we take people from YouTube comments and add them for the following raid out. We don't do it live on stream. Kane, welcome into the stream. How's it going? Someone's got Mega Diancie in. Nice. Good to rock and roll with the Curums. And I'm not sure if it's boosted. If it's boosted or not, so we'll see. If it's non-boosted, Zapdos 2015. If it is weather boosted, 2519 for your 100%ers. That's what you need. CeeLo, good to have you in the stream. Hello there, and Leonie, welcome into the stream too. How's it going? Kane, we're doing pretty good today. Been a bit of an edit-heavy day, and obviously the news about Niantic and Scopely officially dropped with a proper announcement. Couldn't spam in my end, said you weren't in the raid. Possibly because the raid lobby might have been full. Not so sure. Okay, so it's not weather boosted. We've got 1990, which I think is 93 maybe percent. Good luck. 2015 would be your 100% that you need in this case. And it's time to see if it will shine. Don't think so, unfortunately. Hope the game sale means cheaper remotes again. I unfortunately don't think so, because having talked to a couple of people, a part of the development team and everything, their motto and their mission are very much staying on track. It's just literally the ownership is changing, that's all. Team and personnel involved with the game and everything are changing. But you never know. Never exactly know. They might make it a little bit cheaper, they might make it more accessible, but I think the aim and the goals of what they want the game to be will stay the same. It's just they'll have much better resources and perhaps funding for doing their game development side of stuff. Which might mean we finally have an end to all the stupid bugs that have been plaguing the game for however many years. It'd be excellent. Maybe higher daily limits then. Possibly. Possibly, we'll have to see. But they said the likes of the live events and things like that are pretty much going to stay as they are. Of course, they've got the Go Fest lined up, so even though the sale has either happened or is happening... Stay down, Zapdos, come on. Not good timing. Yes. Not the most fantastic. There's an 89% on this side, not too bad. Should we do the Zapdos? Just get it ticked off.
I have a shiny Articuno.
Yeah?
I'm going to do Moltres.
Fair enough. There's Zapdos and then there's two Articuno that way.
It is so common that I don't want to waste prices.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There we go, some Patreon squad invites out. Might have to find some cover somewhere. And given it's still basically winter in the UK, there isn't any tree cover. It started raining. Which might play havoc with the old catch ability. But let's find out. I think that's fair enough.
I'm happy I got the two Zapdos.
Yeah. You might be able to nab another one on the way home.
What's the next week's raid?
Tapu Koko
Ooh,
will be back in, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have one, but I don't have a shiny, and I think it's a good shiny, isn't it?
It is a quality shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think the lobby is full. We are good on that front. 12 of us, we could all just hit ready, I guess. It's unfortunate. I tried to send out some more invites. It ain't gonna work. Hey, JT. How's it going, dude? Good to see you. How are things with you?
Oui, on va rentrer vite.
13. Okay, somebody else has sniped in from the local area. One more, couple more people.
When is it going to be fun Pokemon again?
Oh, I don't know. It could be a long time. Genuinely. It's depressing.
Yeah. At least, what was it? For Coco, that was a lovely day.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so much quicker. I must have missed you in the first E-Ling one, and it was only 4 of us, but obviously it was just,
Yeah?
fine, but just long.
Might have missed the lobby. That would be why.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think we had
beat it, so it's
9 or so in there. Oh, you can duo these easy.
yeah, it just takes ages.
Yeah.
I think especially you get so used to when I go to like big events with Cairo, 20 people,
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting nervous.
Drizzly, yes. Exactly. It's been fine all day. And then suddenly, as soon as rain hour kicks off, strikes again. Quality. We got 2,000 on the dot, so should be okay IV-wise, but let's see how much the rain on the screen is going to cause havoc with this one. Thanks everyone for jumping in, and good luck on your shiny. This isn't one, I wish so, would have made our life a bit easier. What's your CP?
1995.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. 1985 for Sammy, 1973 for Sandra. And 93. No worries, glad you're able to get a couple of Zapdos in.
Hopefully see you for
Tapu Koko definitely out for that one. Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy, get home quickly.
You too. Have a good evening. Somebody's in the Articuno. But let's jump in on the private lobby on that one, so we get maximum time and maximum invites in that one. Yeah, it weren't too bad on the old CP, that's for sure. I'm just adding people. People who are added through the invites on the comments, I'll be sort of putting those requests through to raids sporadically. Legit, double check your CP. 2022 on the Zapdos is not physically possible from a raid, because the 100%er is 2015 or 2519. Now, Floof, good to see you in the stream. Hope everything's good with you. Right, let's scroll down. Molly will be doing her own raid hour. So there we go. I know that's the thing of the birds have been in the rotation now for, 10 days or so. It's the second raid hour, The hype isn't really there anymore for these mons, I've got to be honest. I'll be very glad to see them change over tomorrow with Tapu Koko, but yeah, that Brooksish and Shiny Smeargle chase is definitely going to be one to note. I like. 2002, that's a bit more like it. Hey, 2002, is that a 96er? 96 or something like that? Pretty solid on the old IVs. Nicely done. And now we're on to Articuno, so it's 1743 is what we've been magically hoping for, because Articuno was the one Kanto bird we don't have a hundo of after all these years. Not gonna lie, I haven't really chased it. It's not really been a want or a need. It's been quite nice to have a little break from the old raiding and things like that. Currently trying to get the shiny Moltres. Very best of luck. You've only got the rest of today and a tiny bit of tomorrow morning, because the raid bosses switch over at 10 a.m. tomorrow, your local time. So it really is last hurrah on that Moltres. Elliot, thank you very much for the shiny luck. Too kind. We'll see if it comes through tonight or not. I think last week was a bit dead. No raid hour shiny, but that's a-okay. I'd rather hear of the shinies and stuff like that from you guys who might need them. need a Shundo Coco. Don't we all? Don't we all need a Shundo Coco? I mean, all the Tapus, the whole Tapu family, are all really lovely shinies. Really, really good shinies. The Tapu Coco, I'm not too sure of how good in the meta it is. 1723, I think I saw here, so 20 CP off of the 100%er. Good luck for your shiny, for your proper ice bird, people. Everybody was in that raid. Thank you so much for joining and burning your remotes. Not a shiny in our front. No! Goddamn Articuno. Favourite Tapu? Ooh, good question. Good question. I think I'd have to go for Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu for me. Mixture of the fact that the design, it kind of has, bull element themes on there. And it's actually a really solid Pokemon in Pokemon Go in terms of raiding. It's not a bad grass type, and when it got Nature's Madness, not a bad fairy type either. There's another 93er. Seems to be a common theme for the night. But we've got 6 minutes to go, so we've got to blast through this Articuno raid. So let's see who was added recently. Maybe a couple of people who don't have the tag. There we go, ping the invites.
I'll get someone just to show them.
Obviously feel free to spam on in if you're doing so. Marissa did just that, nicely done. I'm not adding people from chat, so apologies about that. That's not how we run here on this channel. What we do is we're raiding with a patron squad and a few select people who put their comments on a YouTube video, basically commenting the in-game name and the friend code, and that always happens on a video that goes up on the weekend. So for next week's raid hour, I recommend sticking around if you're interested in Tapu Koko's raid hour and doing some remotes and stuff like that in the next live stream. You'll need to check back on the channel when we drop the Dynamax Raikou video on the Saturday evening. That would be marvellous. That's how people get added. I think we're maxed on the lobby. 10 of us. 11 of us. My bad. There we go. B-Bar, lovely to see you in the chat as always. How have you been today? I hope everything's all good. My girlfriend got 1691, and so does Sandra. Telepathy now being a 1688. Oh, ouch. Ouch indeed. Not too good. And no shiny either. That's a shame. Last week was shinies galore. People getting shinies in almost every raid. Multiples of them. Good squad of people in this one. Fantastic. Thanks very much for joining, everybody, and burning those very expensive remote passes. In we go. Hopefully we can get this one done quickly, people, and then we can snipe into a Moltres. Moltres being the easiest bird to take down, I would say, with its double weakness to rock. And it doesn't really have a rock counter move, as it were. It doesn't have a water move or a grass move or, anything like that. Jealous, B-Bar, that's for damn sure. Jealous of that sunshine. Here it started drizzling. It's gone very grey and cold again. We had last week, which was like a false spring. Now we're into winter number 2 here. I do hope it buggers off sooner rather than later, to be honest. No, did we play for Coco.com Day? Of course we did. Would never miss a community day. And certainly wouldn't miss a brand new starter shiny. So that video is up on the channel. You can go and check it out. We had a smashing day. There were 7 hundo checks. Smattering of G-Max battles as well with the squad on a lovely sunny day. Did you have a good time? Legit. There we go. Oh, 1684. This is going to be a feisty one, I can tell. And Marissa, we must be like, 2 or 3 encounters away from hitting best friends? Finally. Not a shinny here. Obviously, you'd be looking for 1743. That's your magical number. Why did you have to go up there, Articuno? I knew you would do that. After all it ran. Oh, no. Non bueno, Mike. Sorry to hear. At least it wasn't terribly good, so you can kind of take some solace in that one. But that was like a really nice catch, so we're hitting the Moltres quickly. Oh my god, I'm out of passes. This might cut the raid hour short, people. We have enough for, hopefully, raid hour tonight, but I am running low on coins, I'm running low on everything. There we go, 100 luck for the fire crop was nuts. It was honestly a big shout out to the local community because 5 of those Pokemon were in the wild. The first hundo was just happened to be spawned exactly where we were going for the G-Max battle. Another 4 were called out by various different people who were playing in their own little pairs or trios over the course of that weekend. And then we got 2 from research, which was an absolute banger. Smashing. B-Bar, feel free to spam into the raid through the friends list if you fancy it. But we will be hitting up the Patreon online, peeps. There we go. Smattering of invites sent out. Got the shiny Moltres in the last pass. Legit, nicely done. Fantastic. Can't remember I depleted the raid pass stash. All I can say is we raided pretty hardcore when it came to Unova. We had some good boxes at the time, if you may remember as well, which was really nice to see. So, yeah, they've all gone. I'm going to have to restock. It's a bit scary. 17-19 for telepathy on that last raid. Not too bad. Oh, James Gooding, welcome to the stream. Seems like I'm missing out since we're on a remote Caribbean island. I don't know. You know, you could provide and host some raids. If you join the Discord server, people would love a Caribbean geotag. That's for damn sure. It's just something a little bit different. It will not let me join. I think we might be maxed on the lobby. There should have been one more space. Perhaps we're timed out. But don't worry, we're only halfway through the raid hour. The raids are going to refresh at 6:30. So we'll respawn and see how it's going. Did you know check-in rewards are changing after this raid hour? I talked to my community ambassador about some bits and pieces. Some things were changing. Can't remember exactly, unfortunately. I quite like the little free research you used to get, certainly for the community days and things like that, but I don't know. Changing so many different bits and pieces. Okay. Taken down, and apparently it's a boosted Moltres. Okay, so somehow we've got sunny weather in the game. That makes no sense. I think what you need to see is 2475 for your 100%er. Good luck, everybody. Dean DHL with the final strike. Nicely done. And it is not a shiny chicken. It is so not sunny weather in the game. And I've got rain on the screen. That says a lot about what's actually happening. Current time. The weather could not be any more inaccurate if it tried. Honestly, it is shocking. What's going on? We're just throwing Pokeballs left, right and centre. Why? Honestly. Got yourself a special background for Coco. Fantastic. If you've been playing every single day, you should have finished the free time research to get the extra for Coco with the background. Oh, which is really nice. So what CPs have we got here? 2414, ouch indeed for B-Bar. That is not bueno at all. 2398 for Mike Griffin. Even, oh my goodness me, even worse. Somehow weather boosted Moltres this evening. It makes no sense at all. Sunny, clear weather. You must be joking. But that's it. Now we wait for the refresh on all those gyms and we'll see what comes our way. Power up something 10 times. I'm sure we can find something to power up 10 times. Maybe we can go for this. 96 from Billy the Trainer Club. I'm just finding myself maxing out Mons at level 50. Max Securum. Why not? It's another one. Boom. 6 of them level 50'd. And that ticks off power up 10 for a Mindfu. I need this shiny. Anybody who got that on Go Tour, insane, considering how few checks you're able to get, even with the Tour Pass Deluxe. Michael Pembroke, hey, good to see you in the stream, and congrats. I think you're the only shiny of the entire stream so far. 2431. Congratulations. I hope you are all good. People joining the stream, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please do pay attention to the pinned comments. So we're not adding people from the stream for raids. We are raiding with the Patreon squad only, seeing if we can get shinies, things like that. What we do on the channel here is if you want to join for the following raid hour, there's usually a video that goes up on the weekend. Actually, we've got loads of events on the weekend in the next 3 months. So certainly this one is going to be the Dynamax Raikou video. It's going to drop on the Saturday. You'll need to comment on that video, including your in-game name and your friend code. That's how some people have added for this raid hour. It means I can go through and accurately add people without flummoxing the stream. It also keeps things a bit more exclusive for those who are watching the content, paying attention, and also a part of the wonderful Patreon squad too. Ooh, lovely stuff. Thank you very much, B-Bar. Not sunshine, but a cup of coffee. I think there might be 2 cups of coffee. Depending on if it's a double or a single espresso macchiato. Thank you very much for your generosity and donation, my dude. Appreciate it. Too kind indeed. Marissa's still looking for the shiny Mindfu as well. I really hope there's a Mindfu event in the future. But given it's if I'm not wrong, double check, it is a fighting type, and given this is kind of like a fighting type season, I strongly suspect we will get a Mindfu feature in an event, either through field research or through wild spawns or something like that. I really hope that it could be like a research day. I wouldn't mind that at all for Mindfu. Nashe J got the shiny Mindfu. GG's, because that was a difficult one to get on the global tour. Is Dynamax Raikou worth it if you already have a powerful Toxtricity? I would say at least one, just for the sake of having a diverse team, really, because it's not going to be as powerful as Gmax Toxtricity, but it is still a Dynamax Legendary. It depends if you want to fill up on an electric type team. You could really say the same thing about Dynamax Zapdos. I think really Raikou is a bit more of an attacker. It's better than Zapdos, so I'd say worth doing it if you can do. And bear in mind, it's going to be a lot easier to take down. We've seen people were soloing and duoing the Dynamax Legendary Birds in the end, so I'm fairly sure that Raikou will be a duoable mon, possibly even soloable for those who have the right stuff. Legit, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully can see you again on the channel soon. Toxie Boy, yeah, Toxtricity Gigantamax, you only really want to use it as an attacker when you're actually in the Dynamax part of the battle. You definitely don't want to use it in the part of the battle where you're just a regular Pokemon, because you will be wiped out. It is very glassy. But then Raikou's quite glassy too, to be honest. And let's ping out some invites. Go. So Moltres, then Zapdos, then we'll see what else is coming next. Aina Fletter, thanks for joining. Lovely to have you on board the stream as always. Wishing you the very good rest of the day. And yeah, sorry about Nightbot. It gets triggered by either multiple emojis or multiples of the same character or letter. Good old Nightbot. Would like a com day for Mindfu. I mean, given what happened in February, obviously we had what are they called? Mine's gone blank. What are they called? Carablast and Shelmet. That's it. We had those 2 Pokemon featured, and they are only, you know, a one evolved Pokemon, 2-stage evolution line. So It's not beyond the realm of reason of getting a Mindfu Comday some point down the road, considering it has been an egg and researched a lot of Pokemon. But I think we'll see a few more Gen 5 Pokemon. I really do think we'll see a Sandile Comday at some point this year. I think a Clink Community Day is very likely too. Tim Pole, unfortunately, could be a very good candidate for a Unova-themed Comday. We'll have to see, because April is unconfirmed, and really May is unconfirmed as well, because I don't think they'll burn through, Quaxley that fast. But we're definitely going to get Jangmo-o Comday for June. That format will follow, and if you guys see on the GoFest Global poster, Frigibax is featured. So Frigibax will be the new Dragon Shiny released for GoFest Global this year, which I think is sick. May not be the most amazing shiny family, like Jangmo-o family is insanely good as a shiny. Frigibax is a little bit less amazing. I think Frigibax goes white, and then Baxcalibur is kind of the same tone, but it has pink hands. So, that's that. Dennis Machi, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Will Gengar be the best tank? Former champ, assuming he doesn't have payback or rock slide. You're going to have to re-roll the move on the Machamp and find out, definitely. But considering that Gengar will resist the fighting moves... Oh, we got 2399. That's terrible. Good luck. It's still Sunny Booster course, so 2475 is your 100%er. May it be shiny for anybody who's in that raid with us. Thank you for joining. Gengar should be a good tank. Really. I'm trying to think what else could be usable. I mean, I would say Metagross, but then it's Steel dual typing means it might be a little bit susceptible to the damage. Boom. Same with Excadrill. Excadrill that's usually been very, very universally usable with different teams, weak to fighting moves, so that's not really a good option. Oh, don't move up and down. I've got rain on the screen that I can't seem to get rid of. Please, Moltres, don't do this. And there we go. It just listened to us. Mike Griffin, not a bad IV one, mate. 24.53. Hopefully this one can listen and get in the ball. G-Max Venusaur. Yeah, I think that. And probably the D-Max as well. Anybody who wasn't able to get the G-Max stuff. Possibly G-Max Blastoise as well. That should be okay as a tank. You'd obviously want to avoid the Lapras because that's weak to fighting itself. And Moltres, yeah, Moltres if the Machamp doesn't have Rock Slide, of course. Karen, thanks for the invite. You're very welcome. No shiny, unfortunately, 2409. Better than mine. A lot better than mine. Finally caught one. Mike, fantastic. And it was always the better IV ones that seemed to catch nice and easy, so well done. Yeah, absolutely. Furry Weeb, I agree. Moltres only in the max phase. Give it Sky Attack. Well, no, not Sky Attack, sorry. You only need the Wing Attack. You need the fast move to be flying, don't you? Doesn't necessarily matter about the charge move. Could arguably go with Metagross as well, just using the Psychic move, Mindstorm. That should be okay in the attacking phase. Let's go to Recents. There we go. Let's add these peeps. Boom. Somebody is already maxed out. Well done. Yeah, better to never use the charge move. That's the best tip that we can always offer people, is just don't use the charge move in the regular part of the battle. Spam the moves, go up there. You kind of want to look at like the DPS and the energy recovery stuff. So Blastoise should be quite good because its water gun is super quick. Moltres should be pretty good because of the resistances, depending on the moveset, of course. And then we'll have to see. Smaller lobby on this one, but that's A-OK. We'll still annihilate the Zapdos. Been teaching the community no charge move, fast move only. Good on you. Good on you. I think it's still going to take a bit of time, despite all of the Dynamax bits and pieces with the legendary birds and all the G-Max stuff, we're still finding ourselves having to tell quite a lot of people not to use the charge attack. But eventually people will get it. I am sure of that. Are you talking D-Max Raikou counters? We're actually talking Gigantamax Machamp counters, because that's going to come at some point later in the season. Dynamax Raikou, honestly, find yourself... That's why Drillbur's so readily available. Excadrill, number 1 counter, number 1 tank, number 1 defender, everything. It resists the moves, it will do the damage, super effective. It's the only weakness that Raikou has. If you're looking for something else, grass-type mons can resist electric moves, but they're not optimum. But considering how readily available Drillbur Dynamax is and how cheap it is to evolve and stuff, you should be able to get yourself an okay squad of that. And I always said in my videos, if you don't have the resources to get all 3 max moves on 3 mons maxed out completely, you can strategize and kind of be a bit more frugal and say, right, I'm going to get one of them to a tier 3 attack, one of them to a tier 3 shield, and one of them to a tier 3 spirit. And you can kind of divide them up to make it a bit more manageable. There you go, Josco's been in all the Drillburs you can find. Fantastic. That's the best strat, for damn sure. Have you had anything good? Or anything sort of that kind of meets the mark? Good luck. Thanks everybody for jumping in. This is 1968, I think I saw. So this is not exactly the best. 2015 would be your lovely 100%er. But thank you everybody for jumping in. The 4 peeps who are in with us, and not a shiny. What a surprise. Ooh, 1963, even worse. Even worse than we first suspected. Angus, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I saw you pinging a few invites. How was the car grind? Hopefully successful. And I've got to be honest, driving around the car seems like a very delightful thing to do, because it's cold. It's cold at the moment. We've got just enough passes to do another set of raids. Excellent. Shadow Ball being the only scary thing from Raikou. Yeah, Raikou's got only that Shadow Ball move as it's kind of... It's like... What do they call it? It's not a primary attack, is it? It's sort of like its counter move, as it were. Entei gets Iron Head, and Suicune actually has kind of a diverse move pool, which is a bit irritating. Entei should be honestly one of the easiest ones to take down. What we got here? Telepathy 1987. Not too bad, honestly, but not shiny. Not shiny for Max Flu Fighter 1954. Ouch indeed. Francesco, lovely to see you popping in the chat, friend. How's it going? Just popped out of a 2-hour meeting. Was it a fun 2-hour meeting? I hope it was a glorious, glorious thing. Boom. Invites out. And welcome into the stream, Braylon. We've got Jonathan. Welcome into the stream, both of you. Hope you've been having a fantastic week. And yeah, sorry, we're not adding people from chat. What we do here on the channel is we make it sort of a bit of a slower process, as it were, so it's more manageable. And it also means anybody who watches the content and the videos gets something extra a little bit back. So on the weekend, there's usually a video goes up on either the Saturday or the Sunday. At the end of one of those videos, I'll ask and say, hey, if you want to join the raid hour that's coming up next, in this case, the next raid hour is going to be Tapu Koko. You'll feel free to drop a comment over on the video and include your in-game name and your friend code. And that'll be how we get people added. It's how we got a few people added from the comments of the Fuecoco Com Day video for this raid stream, which is lovely, honestly. But given it's the Kanto birds for the second time round, interest is obviously fairly low. Mike is, oh, there we go, we've got 4 people. We're good. As I say, if we don't get 4 people, then we'll back out and redo. But we're all good. Angus, oh nice, nabbing a shiny Flabébé, but not ourselves. I'd call that a serious win, considering Flabébé. Was it the typical red flower, or was it one of the rare orange and white flower ones? It's a rather smashing one. Good stuff. Josco, 1 15 attack and a 12, 15, 15, so 1 damage dealer, 1 tank. Honestly, fantastic. Really, really good. And yeah, great strategy to use the one that's obviously got higher attack for the attacker and the tankier one for the tank. Absolutely brilliant. I've now replaced one of my 98ers and it's now been changed to the Hundo Dynamax we got on the Max Hour. First Drillbur battle of the Max Hour, Hundo. I was like, oh, thank God. A Hundo D-Max Mon, that's fantastic. And Drillbur's one of my favourite Pokemon. I was like, yeah, come on. Another Hundo Drillbur, make it happen. Red Flower, nice. I have 3 Red Flower Shinies, 1 Orange Flower Shiny. It's an orange shiny for me, but it completes the shiny family. 3 Red Flowers is great. Jonathan A actually got a cat, and when I pet him, I was not expecting him to be Evil Kitty. Oh dear. He says I'm an evil kitty, and proceeds to viciously maul by a mountain lion. That is unfortunate. I think you've got yourself an untrained Litten or Sprigatito there. Need to teach it some moves. Can you use Ditto in raids? Yes, you can do. What Ditto does in a battle, or a gym battle, or a raid or something, is it transforms into the Pokemon it's facing. So, in this case, it would transform into a Zapdos that has equal stats to your Ditto. So, you can utilise it, it's not going to be typically effective. It's kind of like a gimmick, really. Take the shiny D-Max over the Hundo. Fair dues. I would have liked a shiny D-Max Drillbur, but honestly, my Dynamax shiny luck is apocalyptically awful. Out of all of the battles, I've only ever got them on the Go Wild for Toxtricity and the Kanto Bird ones where they were boosted. Any of the other ones, just bad. Just bad. No Machop, no Beldum, no Darumaka, done loads and loads of battles. And no joy. It's not really overpowered, it's like a gimmick really, so it looks like the same Pokemon, but it will just, it won't be super effective unless it's like maybe a ghost or a dragon that's super effective against itself. Good luck everybody who's in the raid. 2015 is what you need. We got 1964, 1 CP higher than the last one. Glorious. We've actually got a Mr. Milo in stream. Hello, or welcome. How's it going today? Fellow Milo from the universe. This is not a shiny. It is terrible. So we'll quickly get it caught, hopefully. Oh, could have been an excellent. Nice. Come on. We've got 10 minutes to take down 2 raids, so I think this should be doable. Fantastic. 1987, exactly the same for telepathy. So you've had back-to-back exactly the same stats. I've had almost exactly the same stats. Zapdos is giving us a troll right here. Mike Griffin Nebula 1984. There we go. Ooh, 98 shiny D-Max Beldum. That is one hell of a catch. And yeah, definitely, Metagross has been really good in the Dynamax meta as being a tank. Really good and tanky, very usable in a lot of circumstances. Please stay at the ball. Zapdos, you son of a gun. Come on. This is one of the few Pokemon that does this sort of zipping around the screen. This and Magnemite and 1 or 2 others. Very irritating. Don't like it. Watch any football? No, I'm not a football person. I'd honestly rather watch paint dry than watch football, but that's just me. Boom. You don't set the circle and wait for the attack. Honestly, I usually would do, but because we're streaming, it's cold and everything, I don't really care too much for them on. That's just me. We can usually time the excellence better. Otherwise, we just find ourselves waiting around constantly. And when you've got a raid hour, it's perhaps not the best. Particularly when you've got one as feisty as this, it's just deciding to go up and down the screen. And I will say, actually, from sort of recent experiences, that typically changing the throw seems to provide a better catch rate than just hitting excellence constantly. Changing it from an excellent to a great and kind of changing the direction you spin throw in seems to help out. Obviously, you occasionally have the one that just decides to flee no matter what, which this very well could be, but then I have been an idiot and thrown away about 5 Pokeballs. Well, the amount of times this one is going up and down the screen is extraordinary. Come on. It's one feisty Zapdos. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? What makes it doubly worse is it's crap. But it's always the shocking IV ones that prove a troublesome thing to catch. There we go. Finally hit an excellent after a series of terrible throws, and it gets in the ball. Thank you. Now we've got an Articuno. That we can do. And then we'll have hopefully a Zapdos that we can smash before Raid Hour is very much over. Done and dust. I will say, if you're on my friends list, Patreon squad, one of the Raid Hour ads, spam into the raid if you fancy it. By all means. You can utilise the friends list. Because at the end of the day, if you're chasing for Articuno, I ain't going to stop you. Here we go. We got it in the ball. It's always the worst and the hundos that are the most aggressive for me. Oh, really? For me, it's always like the really terrible IV ones that are super, super feisty. From experience, I think any hundo of recent memory I've had has caught within the first 3 balls. Genuinely. I don't know why that is. It's like, okay, you're a hundo, sure. Let's be super nice and easy for you, but it is what it is. Send those invites, ping. There we go. Might have a squad of 5, which is okay. Angus saving passes right now. Fair enough, mate. No problemo. I'm sort of on the same grind as well, really. Just not really remoting very much. Taking it easy for this month. If we're going to do anything, the coinage is going to go into the max particle packs for the different battle days and things. But genuinely, there is some very, very good kind of free Pokemon available in various events coming up. Brooks's Shiny, releasing with a boost off of the incense, is coming tomorrow for a couple of days, 4 or 5 days. Then we've got the week after, we'll have a boost of Shiny Clauncher from the wild in the Deep Depths event. And then they've released the Bug event, the Bug Out, which is coming right at the end of the month, releases the new Pokemon Sizzlipede, which is cool, but it makes it more accessible again, is Shiny Nimbol, which I know a lot of people will be wanting to go for. So I'm very happy with that one. And now let's not get run over in the process of doing our final raid. Let's manoeuvre out of the way. Fantastic. While we toast an Articuno. Only thing we're interested in raiding in this month is Heatran. Fair dues. Heatran's a quality mon. You do need to make sure it has Magma Storm, otherwise it's not quite as good as it could be, but great shiny, great mon. Saving things for Paris, fair enough. So we can raid a lot of Paris. And given the Go Fest, dude, Angus, we've got the Crown Form, what are they called, the Zacian and Zamazenta coming as those raids. And those Pokemon should be absolutely amazing. They're a serious upgrade over their hero forms. Have to wait for the Bug Out event for extra XL candy. It'll be likely.
Do you know where is the honest burger?
I'm not so sure, man.
Okay,
Sorry. Somebody can't find a restaurant. 1721 for the My Articuno, which isn't ideal. 1743 is the magical number you'd like to see. Good luck. Thank you again, everybody who's popping in the raids and doing the raid invites. Oh my god, it's a tiny Articuno. Of all things. Why was that propping up? Interesting. Fantastic. Well, we got Nikki, welcome into the stream. Sorry we're a little bit late in saying hello. Good to have you on board. Absolutely. The XXS is very pointless in this game, unless you're going to trade them. I'll trade this to someone happily and hopefully you can see if they get something better, but I do wish they give us XXS showcases. Seriously. It's the smallest Articuno ever. It's tiny. Absolute jokes. Look at the small bird. Right. We've got a little bit of time left on the Zapdos. So let's jump in. Again, if you want to do the Zapdos, feel free to spam on in. Give it a crack. There we go. Fantastic. 1704 for Mike Griffin. That's unfortunately a little way off of the 100% with no shiny. It's been a very serious lack of shinies from tonight's stream, that's not what we were hoping for. Ultimate Elite, welcome into the stream. And X Shadow, love your typical British accent. Thank you very much. I've been working on it for 30 years. If you like the British accent, I can recommend dropping a download to the Incensed podcast, which is the podcast that me and 2 other British content creators host, and we've been doing it for just over 4 years now. So we just recorded episode 214 last night. It's currently being edited by me. That'll be dropping on the Sunday. But 213 is very much available for you to listen to right now if you fancy it. There we go. Is it going to be a duo to finish up? With a shout out to this chap, 0 times 900 times 90, is the man who really helped me with getting my channel back when it was hacked. So if he's game, I'm game. Let's Mega Evolve the Tyranitar for some extra damage. Maybe we'll have to do a duo to finish up the stream. Oh no, we've got 4 of us. Okay, we're fine. Thank you, Batman of Texas and Karen, for jumping in. Fabulous. 3 more days till hit best friends. Marissa, we'll make sure that we interact every single day. We'll get that sorted. Mike Griffin hit the limit for the day. Thanks very much for popping in the stream and burning the 5 remotes with us as always, dude. Have a good evening, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Next stream will be Tuesday, of course, for what is the best spot owl you could possibly ask for. Shelder with 2 times catch dust. Honestly, people, Shelder is 1,000 dust per catch. Double catch dust makes it 2,000. Whack on a star piece. It is, I think, 3,000 dust per catch. Honestly, better than Fuecoco Conde as a bonus. It is absolutely godly. I think we've had it once before from memory, but we didn't have Shelder with 2 times catch dust. Hoping for rain for once. I'm hoping for in-game rain. Let's go with that. I'd like the inaccuracy of the weather system to be in our favour. Let's just say that. Ryu Solar, thanks very much for joining in the stream and getting in the chat and everything. Hopefully we can see you next time and see you very soon. Oh, that's what happened in-game. In-game rain, that's what we need, not IRL rain. What we don't need is exactly what happened tonight, where the game was like, hey, it's nice, it's a sunny, clear evening, enjoy, and it's actually starting to drizzle down with rain. That is not bueno. Not what we need. See you guys in Paris, if not. Absolutely. Ryu Solo, we'll be organising meet-up bits and pieces and stuff like that for Paris, so keep your eye on socials and things like that. Obviously, we've got a little way to go before we get to Paris, but we're doing meet and greets, so hopefully can see you in Paris, IRL. Neon, thank you very much, you are too kind. But there is a very, very good crop of Pokemon YouTubers out there. I'm just very happy to be amongst the squad. Virtual Galaxy, good to see you in the stream. Welcome, welcome. Just joining us as we're finishing up our final Zapdos. Going to see if we can actually pull in a shiny tonight or if it's going to be a hundo. Let's find out. 38 days off, bare friends. Try to hit lucky before Paris. Okay, Angus, I'm going to endeavour to get your gifts, dude. 38 days off, bare friends. Try to hit lucky before Paris. 38 days off, bare friends. Try to hit lucky before Paris. Okay, Angus, I'm going to endeavour to get your gifts, dude. 38 days off, bare friends. Try to hit lucky before Paris. Let's make sure that. Singer Unknown, thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome to the channel. And 1998, that's actually not bad at all. I think that's a 93%er. Good luck everybody who's in the stream there. Well, they're in the Discord. Okay, fantastic. You may have seen we've opened up the chat rooms for the Go Fest so we can organise and plan meet and greet times and everything. Not a shiny, unfortunately, but shout out to the two peeps who were there. Have you ever played with JT Fella? Oh, yes, plenty of times. First time we properly did an event with JT was actually Liverpool Safari Zone back in 2021. And we play with him at almost every event that we've been to because he's always going to all of them. I think one of the few times he wasn't at an event was obviously when it was London Go Fest, because Osaka Go Fest was happening at the same time. But most recently, we were both in LA together. 93, I suspected as much. Nice, not a bad pull at all, but that is Raid Hour done and dusted. Also, Neon, if you want to scroll back a little bit, so JT, back in September of 2024, came over to the UK for about 8 days when Gen 8 dropped. Was it Gen 8? Gen 8 dropped. We had the release of the starters, and we had Stonjourner as a regional, and we went to visit Stonehenge together. So you can go and check out that video as well. It'll be fantastic. But that is going to wrap up today's Raid Hour stream. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and joining, particularly those who are either fresh faces to the channel or those who are getting involved in the raids, the burning the remote passes. I really appreciate your power in the raids and choosing to put your remote passes into my raids as well. Love it. So we won't be streaming for the rest of the week, but we will have content going up on the channel over the course of the weekend. And of course, tomorrow we've got the Brooksish Shiny Hunt. So don't go anywhere if you're fresh and new to the channel. And I will say as well, thanks very much to the 2 super chats. Marissa with an absolutely monstrous donation, and B-Bar as well with a fairly hefty one too. Thank you so much for your extra generosity. It really does go a long way into helping the channel keep going. And big up the mod squad. Thank you guys. Really help these streams run smoothly, immensely quickly, and without hindrance. Helping out the chat, keeping things easier for me to manage. So really appreciate your help and support on that one. But right now, my hands are frozen. I'm going to go inside and crack on with the podcast edit. So I wish you all a very good evening. Do take care and have